Hey, hero enthusiasts. Part 3 of our What If series is here. Deku's in for a wild ride, marrying 4 heroines and 1 mysterious character. Get ready for unexpected turns and crazy twists. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the chaos together. Izuku and Nagant are currently at the shopping center, where Izuku is buying some things for Nagant because she will be living with him, and her bed needs sheets, blankets, and other things. Izuku, alright, with this, we're all set for you to sleep comfortably. Nagant, thanks, dear. Izuku, need anything else? Nagant, just your love, that's enough for me. Izuku, oh, boy. Izuku, let's go for support, okay? Right now, I don't want to get into a relationship because I'm still young and want to enjoy my adolescence. Nagant, I know, dear. That's why I'll wait until you're ready for us to be together. Izuku, oh okay. Izuku and Nagant continue shopping for more things, and Izuku even buys clothes for Nagant. Unfortunately, Izuku has to carry all the bags. Izuku, I wish I hadn't bought her so much. Now I have to wait for the robot parts to arrive to start building it and make some money. Although I could also start thinking about a business. But I'm still young, and I have to think about enjoying what's left of my adolescence. But I need to think about how I want to enjoy it since what I like is making robots. He thinks as he walks until reaching the car, where Izuku leaves all the things in the back seat and gets in to drive home, with Nagant by his side. Nagant, hey, dear. Izuku, yes? Nagant, what have you been up to these months when I didn't hear from you? Izuku, I focused on myself and improved my grades a lot, becoming one of the smartest at UA, second only to Director Nezu. Nagant, so, you're the second? Izuku, yeah, but that adds excitement since I have someone to surpass. I may not be able to be a hero, but that doesn't mean I can't be someone in life. Izuku, maybe everyone wants to be heroes. I won't deny it, I do too. But you have to stay grounded because you can't be a hero without a quirk. But that doesn't mean you'll be discouraged for life just because you don't have a power that others do. On the contrary, you can help heroes and indirectly fulfill the dream of being a hero. Nagant, I see. Izuku, people get discouraged for not having a power others do, which causes some to get stuck and not progress. But I'm not like those people. Instead of being discouraged for not having a quirk, I preferred to move forward, study to be someone in life, and with my inventions, I can help heroes. Izuku, that's what I felt and feel, but it changed a bit because of the armor, and I can be a hero. But I don't want her to know about the armor because if she knows, I'll have a serious problem. Nagant, so, you want to be a great inventor to indirectly help heroes. Izuku, exactly. At least, I can help them quite well because I can do various things, including making robots for training to increase their power. Nagant, that would be quite good. I would like you to create something that helps me improve, although in a few words, I am the best sniper in all of Japan, and I don't know if I can improve further. Izuku, there's always room for improvement. You can get better to the point where no one can defeat you, you just have to have the mindset that you want to improve much more, and you can do it. How far can you shoot without using the scope? Nagant, I can observe up to 3 kilometers because my quirk gives me an ability that enhances my vision. Izuku, then you could train your shooting distance. For example, you position yourself in a spacious place, and 4 kilometers in front of you is a target that you have to shoot. Nagant, that could be quite useful. Izuku, yeah. Izuku continues driving until he reaches the gate of his house, which opens as he enters the house, and Nagant goes along. Nagant, is this part of your new house? Izuku, yes, I used to live here with my father and mother. Nagant, I didn't get to know this house, right? Izuku, no, you only knew the one we lived in before. Nagant, I see. Izuku arrives outside his house, parks the car, and then gets out with Nagant's help to carry the things inside the house, where they meet Wally, Eva, and the pet robot, who are happy that they've arrived. Nagant, I never had the chance to spend time with your robots, but surely now I can spend time with them and with you. Izuku, yeah. Of course. Nagant, well, I can't wait to see my room. Can you take me now? Izuku, yes. The two start walking until they reach the 2nd floor, where Izuku takes Nagant to her room, which is next to his. Nagant, my room looks quite beautiful. Izuku, yes, but we have to clean it because it must have a lot of dust since these rooms have never been used. Nagant, then, let's get to work. Izuku, yeah. And so, a long cleaning session begins in Nagant's room, who is quite happy because she will now live with her platonic love. Izuku, on the other hand, thinks that this might be quite good because the house is usually empty of human presence, apart from his. After a few hours, Izuku and Nagant finish cleaning the room. They have also made the bed with sheets and blankets. But now, let's focus on a serious problem that Nagant has, as she is eating with Izuku, who is also showered. Nagant: hey, dear, I have a serious problem. Izuku: what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? Nagant: no, it's just that now I'm thinking about my hero career, and the problem is how I'll get to the city to do my job since we are quite far from the city. Izuku: now that you mention it, you're right. Nagant: if I'm going to live with you, I need to have money to help you pay the bills and also to buy groceries. Izuku: I know. I think I can figure that out right now to find a solution. Nagant: what if you drop me off in the city in the morning when you go to UA? Izuku: I'm not going to UA anymore. I mean, I have a special permit from the director to study from here. I don't need to go to UA since I already know the things they teach in class by heart, and he only sends me assignments which I have to do and deliver to UA from time to time. Nagant: I see. I see that I'm in a serious problem. Izuku: don't worry, I'll find a solution. Also, I need to let you know that I work at night during weekdays, so most weeks I won't be home at night, but I'll be back in the morning around 8 a.m. or even earlier. So, taking advantage of coming home from work, I can drop you off in the city and then return home. Nagant: I guess that would be the best option, but I don't want to bother you too much since I'm sure you arrive tired, and it will be quite complicated for you to drop me off in the city and then come back home. Izuku: don't worry. We can do that for now, and later, we can find another solution. Izuku: damn, now I miss one of my dad's cars. Although I can ask him to send me one of his cars. But I don't want to bother him, and besides, what kind of man would I be if I don't take care of these situations? Well, I guess I'll have to make double effort for now until I find another solution. Nagant: at the end of the month, I can use the money I earn to buy a car, and that way, I can have a way to move around since I don't want to give you problems. Izuku: don't worry. It's not a problem for me. Besides, what kind of man would I be if I don't help you? Izuku smiles, causing Kaina to look away, but a few seconds later, she continues eating. Nagant: it seems like he's maturing quite fast. He's a good guy and the man of my dreams. She thinks in her mind while eating until after a while, they finish eating, and Nagant washes the dishes while Izuku is at his control center, storing the armor in a secret place so Nagant doesn't see it. Izuku: ready. With this, everything is set. Now I have to wait for the director to send me the police radio. Also, there's one day left for the robot parts to arrive, and tomorrow I have to meet Midnight Sensei. Sighs many things to do, and time feels short, but I can handle this. It's not the first or the last time I'll be in this kind of situation. Izuku: also, I have to organize Ryuko-chan's room because she will also come to live here. He says as he walks to his chair, sits down, and starts searching for some things on his computer. Izuku: now I can find out some things to help Miss Kaina increase her shooting range. With that said, Izuku starts looking at some things about snipers, getting quite a few ideas, which he notes in a notebook. After a while, he creates a shooting target made of metal since Nagant's shot has to leave a mark. After a few hours, it becomes night, and our Izuku goes to sleep because he feels tired. But as he is about to fall asleep, he feels someone entering his room and the house, then touches him, causing Izuku to be a bit scared. Nagant: darling Tilda. Can I sleep with you? I feel quite cold sleeping alone. Izuku: okay. Nagant gives a cute little laugh and then bites Izuku's ear a bit, causing him to feel a chill throughout his body, but he feels Nagant starting to fall asleep, so he does the same. The next day, Izuku takes Nagant to the city for her work, and then he goes to UA, where he receives the police radio from Nezu. Once done, Izuku goes back to his car and drives home, where he does some things until he manages to connect the information system to Jarvis's artificial intelligence. Jarvis starts saving the voice channels through which all the police communicate, gathering a lot of information. Izuku also uses the radio to access the police file system, where Jarvis starts copying everything the police have stored. Once completed, he exits the server without being identified. Jarvis starts explaining some things to Izuku, who listens attentively, causing surprise in Izuku because Jarvis discovered some pretty bad things, like some police officers being corrupt and working with villains. This angers Izuku, but he calms down and keeps listening until it's time for the meeting with Midnight. So, he goes to take a shower and put on his best clothes. Once done, Izuku leaves his house and goes to the city, where after 2 hours, he arrives and quickly goes to Midnight's house, where she sees him in his civilian form. She's dressed in black pants, a white shirt, white sneakers, and a black jacket, causing Izuku to be captivated by her. Izuku gets out of the car, walks to Midnight, who greets him, and blushes a bit because Izuku is also well dressed. You can imagine what clothes suit him better. Izuku, hi. Midnight, hi, Izuku-kun. Izuku, are you ready? Midnight, of course. Izuku opens the passenger door, causing Midnight to get in the car, and Izuku closes the door, then walks to the driver's side, gets in, and starts driving. Midnight, he looks quite cute. Izuku, where do you want to go? Midnight, is it okay if we go for coffee for now, and then we can decide where else to go? Izuku, sounds perfect. After a while, our main character, Prota, and Nemuri arrive at a cafe. The duo enters, sits down, and then orders coffee and some sweets. Izuku, so, how do we start this? Nemuri, first of all, I want to know what you've been up to all this time that has passed. Izuku, well, first of all, I've been focusing entirely on myself. I've been studying a lot, creating many more robots. I no longer attend UA because I already know what they teach in class. However, I've been thinking about going back because I also want to join the scientist class. I'm already an expert in creating robots and robotics, so I don't really need to attend those classes. I've also been working a lot since I now live alone in my new house and have to take care of bills and groceries. Izuku, and one thing I almost forgot, even though I'm not going to UA, I'm still studying. I get assignments that I complete, and the director picks them up. Nemuri, I see. I've noticed that because your grades have never dropped, in fact, they are among the top 5 in all of UA, and you're at number 1, with Momo Yaoyorozu at number 2. Izuku, I see. Basically, I've been focusing a lot on what I love, and my life has improved a lot. Nemuri, I see. Nemuri, I guess being with us made his life worse. For some reason, he's doing well now that he's alone. But I still want to be with him. Izuku, and you? Nemuri, well, I'll be honest. I've been quite strange because I've felt both good and bad. I've felt good because work is still going well, but I've felt bad because since you broke the marriage, I've missed you a lot. I've been feeling special affection towards you. In other words, I've been feeling a lot of fondness for you. Izuku, upon hearing what Nemuri says, is quite surprised because he never thought she would come to love him. After all, she never showed any signs, and despite everything, she was always a bit cold with him until the day she started getting along with him. Izuku, are you serious? Nemuri, yes. Izuku, it's hard to believe. Nemuri, why do you say that? Izuku, basically, almost the entire time we lived together, you never showed signs of feeling affection for me. Sure, you suddenly started getting along with me, but that was overnight, and it's not very believable. It would be like me suddenly becoming very direct and approaching women without feeling embarrassed. It wouldn't be credible. Nemuri is surprised to hear what Izuku is saying. He is speaking very seriously and directly, which makes Nemuri feel a bit bad because he is telling her something about herself that is entirely true. Izuku, but I know very well that you can feel quite affectionate because, after all, you have a quirky personality, but beneath that, there may be a lot of affection. Izuku smiles, making Nemuri feel a little better after hearing some harsh truths. Nemuri, thank you, Izuku-kun. Honestly, you're right. I'm not someone who shows affection suddenly for real. But as time passes, and I get to know the person, I might end up giving genuine affection because my personality is flirtatious and often a bit crazy, as you say. Izuku, well, yes. I know very well that you're flirtatious because I've been observing you for a long time. I never focused on your body but on your personality because, being a guy who feels embarrassed talking to women, I always wondered how you could be so carefree and not feel embarrassed being so crazy. I mean, don't take it the wrong way, it's just a normal question for someone like me. Nemuri, don't worry. I know you're not saying it with bad intentions. And to be honest, I've never thought about it, so I don't have an answer for you. Izuku, I see. I guess I'll have to wait some time. Nemuri, if you're willing to wait, then yes. I'll think about it and give you a clear and definite answer. Izuku, thanks. They continue talking until their coffee and sweets arrive. They eat and drink until they finish and leave, with Izuku driving them to an amusement park. They have fun on various rides as the sun sets. Eventually, they get on a Ferris wheel, with Izuku sitting in front of Nemuri as the sunset provides a backdrop. Izuku, how has your day been? Nemuri, quite good. It's the first time I've had so much fun in an amusement park. Izuku, I'm really glad about that. At least now, we can get along after everything. Nemuri, yes, you're right. Izuku, come on, Nemuri. Say something more, say something nice. Nemuri, Izuku. Izuku, yes? Nemuri, I don't want to lose contact with you, and I want to talk more with you because this affection I feel for you is real. If I feel this for you, well, I have to do something because I don't want to lose you. But I know I messed up a lot when we started living together, so. Izuku listens attentively while observing Nemuri's facial expressions as she speaks. He notices she's nervous but speaks seriously without joking or flirting. Nemuri, I want to start a relationship from scratch. I want you and me to get along, but I want to start anew for it to work and earn your heart. I know Nagant and Ryukyu have feelings for you, and it makes me a bit jealous. I also want to be with you in a romantic relationship. So please, let me earn your heart and love. Izuku is completely surprised by what Nemuri just said. She's serious, causing him to swallow nervously. Izuku, come on, Izuku, please react. Say something that works and doesn't hurt her emotionally. Izuku, well. I'll trust in that. I want to see if you can prove that you can be someone I can give my affection and love to. If you want to win my heart and love, I won't deny it because, after all, there's always room for a second chance, right? Izuku, besides, I quite like you because you're the opposite of me, so it could be fun for us to form a nice friendship first. But if you make a serious mistake, I won't talk to you anymore because there are many things I don't like, and one of them is people who don't keep their word. So, from now on, you have the chance to win my heart and love. Izuku smiles, causing Nemuri to smile too, creating a beautiful and sincere moment between them. They gaze at each other for a while until the Ferris wheel stops. Izuku and Nemuri get off and walk towards other rides. After a few hours, they leave, and Izuku takes Nemuri to her house. He then goes to pick up Kaina, who gets into the car. They drive to a gas station where Izuku fills up the tank, pays, and then drives home while talking with Kaina. Izuku, Miss Kaina. Kaina, call me Kaina. After all, we've known each other for a long time. Izuku, okay, Kaina-chan. Well, I want to tell you something. Kaina, go ahead. Izuku, today, I met with Nemuri-sensei and talked to her about what happened. We ended on good terms, and she wants to win my heart and love. I didn't refuse because I saw total sincerity in her words. But I also told her that if she makes a serious mistake, her chance will be gone, and I won't talk to her again. Kaina, I see, so that idiot wants to take away my Izu-kun. Izuku, drop the jealousy. I'm telling you this because you and I are living together, and you also want to be my partner. So, it's right to inform you because I already told Ryuko-chan about it. Kaina, okay, dear. If that's your decision, I won't interfere. After all, if you say you saw total sincerity in her words, I have to trust that because I trust you. If a wife doesn't trust her husband, the relationship will fail. Izuku, I haven't said that I want to be with her in a relationship. Kaina, you will be my partner because I'll work on it. I'll make you my partner and earn your love and heart. I feel a lot of love for you, and I like that you, despite being younger, have clear ideas. You're not like other men who only focus on looks and lack clear ideas. Izuku, I guess, thanks. Kaina, you're welcome, love. Izuku continues driving until they reach home. Both shower separately and go to bed. However, this time, Kaina sleeps with Izuku, and he doesn't mind. Izuku, wow, what a hectic day. Well, I just have to talk to Miss Yu and Miss Mirko, although I doubt I can talk to her seriously and relaxedly. A new day begins, and our Izuku is having breakfast with Nagant, who is quite happy to have breakfast together as a family. Kaina, what do you plan to do today, love? Izuku, I have to start building a robot that Director Nezu asked me for. He says while eating until he remembers about the trip to the island where David Shield lives. Izuku, Kaina-chan, the director informed me that David Shield wants me to go to the island. He said I can bring 5 companions, and I wanted to know if you want to go with me. Kaina, upon hearing this, gets excited and nods quickly. Kaina, of course, darling, I won't leave you alone. Izuku, great. Now, I just need to ask Ryuko-chan, Nemuri-san, and Miss Yu, I would like all of us to go so they can take a break from work. Kaina, oh, love, I love you. Despite everything, you always think of others. Izuku, well. Why yes. Kaina, but if you want to bring you, you'll have to ask and talk to her. Izuku, yes, I know, but I don't know if she wants to talk to me. Kaina, how about I ask her to come here so you can talk to her? You have to focus on creating the robot. Izuku, okay. Since you have to go to work, I'll lend you the car so you can leave. I also have to work tonight. Kaina, alright, dear, if you say so, I'll do it. Izuku, okay. They continue eating until they finish, and Izuku washes the dishes while Kaina goes to put on her hero costume. A few minutes later, Kaina comes down, and Izuku hands her the car keys, causing Kaina to hug him and give him a kiss on the lips, making Izuku blush. Before Kaina leaves, Izuku gives her a bento box, making Kaina smile. Kaina, thanks, love. Izuku, you're welcome. Take care, and let me know if she comes, okay? Kaina, alright. With that said, Kaina goes to work while Izuku goes down to his workplace and starts assembling the robot. Izuku, damn, I forgot to tell Ryuko-chan. He says as he starts typing on his computer, creating a hologram of the robot, which has a slightly different design than the first one because Izuku plans to give it 4 arms and 2 heads. He also sends a message to Ryukyu, who replies that she won't be able to go due to a heavy workload. With Kaina, we see Kaina arriving in the city and heading towards Mount Lady, who is patrolling with Kamui. Kaina, I hope that fool wants to talk to my Izu-kun, and if she doesn't, I'll break her face. She says as she drives until she reaches you, whom she approaches. You, hello, Nagant. Kaina, hello. I'll be direct because I don't like your presence. I need you to go talk to Izuku. You, Izuku? I see. I thought he'd never speak to us again. Kaina, to you, maybe, but not to me. I've been living with him for 1 day, and Ryukyu is in the same boat as she's going to live with him too. You, I see. Where does he live? Kaina, first of all, you're working, and he wouldn't like you to go and neglect your work. So, go there today before it gets dark because he'll have to work at night. You, alright, thanks. Kaina, don't thank me, I only came to talk to you because he asked me to. You, fine. Kaina gets back in the car and leaves you with a worried expression, causing Kamui to talk to her. Kamui, are you okay? You, oh, yes, I'm fine. Let's continue working because I want to finish early today. Kamui, okay. Thus, Kamui and you continue working, while Kaina arrives at Ryukyu's agency, parks the car, and goes to Ryukyu's office. Upon opening the door, she encounters someone she didn't want to see. With Izuku, our protagonist is finishing the bottom part of the robot when Jarvis speaks to him. Jarvis, my lord, you have visitors. Izuku, huh? Who is it? Jarvis, Miss Nehire, along with young Mirio and young Tamaki. Izuku, what are they doing here? Izuku, let them in. Jarvis opens the gate, allowing the 3 to enter. They walk up to the door, opened by Wally, who greets them. They exchange greetings and descend to Izuku's working area, observing him working diligently. The door opens, and the 3 enter. Nehire rushes to Izuku, who is startled but receives her hug. Nehire, Midoriya-kun, how are you? Izuku, hi, Nehire-senpai. I'm good, and you? Nehire, quite well. Izuku, that's good. Nehire releases Izuku, who notices Mirio and Tamaki, both of whom greet him. Izuku responds to their greetings. Izuku, what brings you here? Mirio, well, we have a serious problem. Izuku, huh? Mirio, it's a life or death situation. If we don't solve it, we're in trouble. Midnight Sensei told us we're doing very poorly in her subject. Tamaki, also, with the patrolling, we sometimes forget things. Mirio, so, we're helping with a pretty tough task. Midnight Sensei gave us 150 assignments, all of them challenging math problems. Izuku, I see. Izuku, they're really in trouble. Izuku, alright. Give me your assignments, but I won't do them for you. I'll explain each concept so you can solve them. All 3, yes, thanks. The 3 give Izuku their tasks. He reviews them and understands all the math problems, proceeding to explain them to the trio. They sit on chairs and a table, comprehending the problems. After a few hours, they quickly finish the assignments, thanks to Izuku's help. Nehire, thank you so much for all of this, Midoriya-kun. Izuku, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to help. Mirio, you're really smart, even knowing things that challenge us, and we're in the 3rd grade. Izuku, I've spent my whole life studying, that's why I'm this smart. Tamaki, you should give us lessons someday. Izuku, sure, I don't mind. Tamaki, first step taken. Getting closer to the cradle robber. They continue talking until Izuku gets hungry. They follow him, and Nehire helps him cook while Mirio and Tamaki prepare orange juice. After a while, lunch is ready, and they eat. After finishing, Mirio and Tamaki wash the dishes and leave as they have other things to do. The minutes pass, and Izuku continues assembling the robot until his phone rings, showing a notification with 2 robots ready to fight, and below, some other robots like cars with various features. Izuku is surprised. Izuku, what's this? Why did I get this notification? Izuku reads the notification, revealing a robot fighting event where participants can create their robots and make them fight in the death pit for a fee of 15,000 yen per fight. Excited, Izuku continues reading and notes down the address of the event. Jarvis alerts him that Yu is outside. Izuku, let her in. Izuku tidies up his workspace and goes upstairs to check everything. Izuku, alright, everything is in order. Izuku, I hope everything goes well. Izuku hears knocks on the door and opens it to find Yu in civilian clothes. Izuku and Yu gaze at each other for a few minutes until Jarvis alerts them. Jarvis notifies Izuku that one of the robots is causing some destruction in the workplace. Izuku quickly descends to find that the malfunctioning robot is the pet robot. He shuts it down, then invites Yu inside while he goes to his workshop to grab some tools. After returning, Izuku sits on the couch, opens the pet robot, and discovers cut cables causing the malfunction. Yu follows Izuku and sits beside him as he fixes the pet robot. Yu, it seems like you care a lot about your robots. Izuku, yes, they are the most important things in my life. It's all I have since my mother passed away. It's a living memory of her. Izuku continues repairing, and Yu notices his emotional state. She comforts him. Yu, relax. I'm sure Inko is proud of you. Izuku, yeah, I believe so. Izuku finishes fixing the pet robot, turns it on, and it runs around the house. They share a moment, almost kissing, making Izuku blush and step back. Yu, so, what did you want to talk to me about? Izuku, right. I wanted to apologize for my behavior when I came home drunk. I regret it, and I want to make amends. Izuku recalls the past incident. Izuku, haha, I was really out of it that time. Yu, we were getting along, and it was surprising, but I understand you did it to stop the fighting. Izuku, yes, that was my intention, but I felt bad afterward. I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm glad you understand. Yu, no problem, Izuku. By the way, thanks for the mask. It has helped me a lot at work. Izuku, really? Yu, yes, I caught many villains, and my salary increased. If you're willing, could you fix the mask? It's been acting up lately. Izuku, of course. I like helping others, and by helping you, I can indirectly fulfill my dream of being a hero. Yu, can I ask you something? Izuku, you want to know if I have a quirk, right? Yu, yes. Izuku, I don't. But that doesn't discourage me. I may not have a quirk, but with my intelligence, I can change the world. Yu is surprised by Izuku's determination. Suddenly, Inko's form appears beside him, and Yu feels a joyful connection to the past. Yu, you're truly a good person, Inko. Even in death, you bring me the same joy as when we were together. Maybe you physically left, but you're still alive in my heart. Yu, if that's your plan, I want to help you achieve it. I want to be with you when you fulfill that dream. Izuku, really? Yu, yes, I wouldn't joke about it. Will you let me stand by your side, support you, and witness your dream coming true? Izuku, of course. I would love that. Yu, also, I want us to start fresh. Can we be friends? Izuku, sure, but let's take it slow. I don't know much about you yet. We can get to know each other and become friends over time. Yu, sounds good. Izuku extends his hand to Yu. Izuku, from now on, let's get to know each other until we can be friends. Yu, absolutely. They shake hands, and Yu playfully ruffles Izuku's hair. After a few hours, Kaina arrives at the house and finds Yu watching a series while eating pizza. Kaina, where's Izuku? Yu, huh? Turns to Kaina. Hi, he's taking a shower. He said he has to work in a little while. Kaina, I see. Kaina approaches Yu, who offers her pizza. Kaina takes a slice and starts eating. Kaina, everything okay with Izuku? Yu, yes, everything's settled. We're starting fresh, building a better relationship from scratch. Kaina, so, you're doing what Namuri is doing? Is Namuri also starting over with Izuku? Kaina, yes, but she wants to be Izuku's partner. He told her to try winning his heart, but if she makes a serious mistake, he'll stop talking to her. The same goes for you. I don't want anyone mistreating him again. This is your chance to change and be better people with him. If you don't, you're done. I got it. No need to get aggressive. Kaina, it's just hard for me to control myself. When someone hurts my broccoli, I don't care what happens, but the person who hurts my broccoli ends up dead. She says this with a sinister and cold tone, causing you to shiver. Are you serious? Kaina, no. Did you think I got the nickname killer because I had orders too? Kaina gazes at you with a dark expression. Damn, I have to think carefully about what I do from now on. If I mess up, I might get shot in the head. Damn, I have to think carefully about what I do from now on. If I mess up, I might get shot in the head. Kaina, do you want me to tell you how I tortured a kid named Katsuki for bothering and hitting my Izuku? She changes her gaze to something more disturbing and crazy, leaving you petrified. I'll have to be careful about what I do from now on, or I might get shot in the head. Kaina, want to hear how I tortured a kid named Katsuki for bothering and hitting my Izuku? She changes her gaze to something more disturbing and crazy, leaving you petrified. Kaina continues staring at you until she hears Izuku coming down. Her expression changes to a loving and friendly one. She stands, goes to Izuku, and kisses him while you watches. This can't be possible. Izuku has a crazy person living with him. Izuku, how was work today, Kaina-chan? Kaina, quite good. But I was bored and wanted to see you, so I finished early to spend some time with you before you go to work. Izuku, really? Kaina, yes. Izuku, oh, I'm glad, then. Kaina, do you know how much I love you, Izu-kun? She says this, hugs Izuku, and they separate after a few seconds. Kaina, I'll go shower, and when I'm done, I'll prepare something for you to eat and take with you. Izuku, really? Kaina, of course. Izuku, thank you so much. Kaina, you're welcome, darling. Kaina gives Izuku another kiss, making him blush. She then walks over to you, who is still terrified by Kaina's previous look and behavior. However, they start talking, and Izuku shows memes to you. After a while, Kaina goes downstairs, prepares something to eat, serves Izuku, and makes a bento for him. She then sits with Izuku, hugs him while you and Izuku continue watching a series. When it's time for Izuku to leave for work, he drops you off at her house. Later, Izuku arrives at work, and Kaina calls him. They talk, but Kaina falls asleep during the call. Izuku, I guess I have a really good woman by my side. Izuku sighs as paranormal events happen again, but he continues working. A new day begins, and we can see, Reed, our main character working on the robot until he finishes it, with Ryukyu helping him. Kaina comes down with some drinks and snacks, causing Ryukyu to join her for a meal while our main character checks a few final things. After finishing the checks, he activates the robot. Ryukyu, it works quite well. Izuku, yes, it works 100%. Kaina, that's good, dear. Izuku, now I just have to inform the director to come pick it up. I'll be free from this job, although I have to make another robot for personal use. Kaina, don't you want to tell us? Izuku, if I do, I'll get a scolding from both of you, so I'd rather avoid that. Kaina, so, it's something we probably won't like. Go on, tell us. Izuku, no. Ryukyu, seriously, you won't? Izuku feels a disturbance in the air, turns to the two heroines, and notices a dark aura covering them with red eyes. He stares at them. Izuku, don't think you'll intimidate me with your looks. Even if I wanted to tell you, I can't because it's personal, and I don't have enough trust to share such private details. The heroines sigh and approach Izuku. Kaina, it's okay, love. I'm sorry, but I wanted to know to make sure nothing bad happens to you. Ryukyu, I want to know too. Not to pry, but I care about your well-being. Izuku, I understand, but I can't tell you. Maybe one day, but for now, just trust me. Ryuko/Kaina, we know, and we trust you. Izuku, I'm glad to hear that. Kaina, so, what will you do now? Izuku, start creating the other robot while the director comes to pick up the first one. Why, do you want to do something? Kinda, I'd like us to go somewhere for some couple time. I spent a long time in prison, and I want to catch up on everything that happened during the years I wasn't with you. Izuku, it sounds like a good idea, but how about we do that tomorrow? For now, I want to do what I have planned. Kinda, okay, love. Besides, you have to go to work today, so you should rest soon. Izuku, alright. If you want to go out with Ryuko-chan, go ahead. I'll be busy for a while here. Kinda, okay, where do you want to go, Ryukyu? Ryuko, well, I'd love to stay here at home with Izuku-kun, but for now. How about we go buy some clothes? Kinda, that sounds good. Ryukyu, alright, let's go. See you later, Izuku-kun. She gives him a kiss on the cheek, surprising him. Kinda, feeling jealous, gives him a kiss on the lips, causing Ryukyu to react seriously and then kiss Izuku on the lips, making him stand up. Izuku, stop. It's fine that you want to kiss me, but I'm not your toy to be kissed without my consent. He says seriously, making Ryukyu lower her head a bit, but Kaina is quite embarrassed. Kaina, I love you so much, Izu-kun. You make me fall more in love with you when you act this way. Kaina hugs Izuku, who reluctantly reciprocates. Izuku, fine. Kaina, let's go, and along with Ryukyu, they leave Izuku assembling a new robot. Before they go, Izuku sends a message to Nezu, notifying him that the robot is ready. After a while, Nezu arrives, and Izuku hands over the robot, which they activate and see it works perfectly. They turn it off, and Nezu takes it away while Izuku continues working on his other robot. Izuku, well, that should be it. Now, with this super strong robot, I can do all sorts of things, ha ha ha. He laughs, but Jarvis interrupts, alerting him of a bank robbery in Musatafu. Izuku puts on his suit and flies off to the bank. At the bank, Mount Lady is outside the bank with Kamui and some other heroes. Kamui, there are 10 bad guys holding 40 people hostage. They have machine guns, so be careful. Kamui, alright. As Kamui starts using his branches, a sound of a jet approaching is heard, making everyone look up. Something descends rapidly, making an epic entrance. He says as he starts inserting his branches underground, but everyone hears the sound of a jet approaching, causing everyone to look up. They see something descending rapidly until it reaches the ground with great speed. It's you, Iron Man. Izuku, what's the situation? 10 bad guys have 40 people hostage. Izuku, okay. I'll take care of everything now. The police and heroes were about to say something, but Izuku quickly enters the bank. Using rays from his hand, he swiftly defeats 9 bad guys while the other one shoots at him. However, it has no effect on Izuku, who uses another ray to defeat the assailant. Izuku ties up the 10 assailants with a rope from his arm, quickly unties the hostages, and they all run out. Izuku drags the assailants out of the bank, handing them over to the police. Some heroes stay to talk with Izuku, who dodges a kick from Mirko. Mirko, who the hell are you, scrap metal? Izuku, haven't you been taught not to attack people you don't know? Mirko, shut up and talk. Izuku, I'm Iron Man, a hero who recently started in this hero business. Mirko, so, you're the famous Iron Man from YouTube videos. Izuku, yes. Well, see you. Mirko, wait. She says, but Izuku speeds away, surprising everyone with his takeoff speed. Civilians start uploading videos of the moment to YouTube, gradually increasing Izuku's fame. With Nezu, we can see our mouse watching YouTube videos, quite surprised. A new type of hero has arrived in the city, and Nezu had thought all previous YouTube recordings were fake. However, he has a doubt. Nezu, it might be good to have someone like that, but who is he, and does he have a hero license? He says as he watches the video again and again, slowly thinking until there's a click in his mind. He grabs paper and a pencil to start writing. Nezu, it's possible that thing is armor. Or a robot, and the only people I know capable of such things are. He says as he leaves 3 names on the paper, Mei, Izuku, and David. Nezu, I hope I'm wrong. He says before standing up and starting to walk. With Izuku, our protagonist arrives home and quickly exits the suit. He proceeds to modify his robot, adding 2 saws and turning it into a slightly large car, 50 cm. After a while, he finishes and creates a control with a screen, providing a front view of his robot. He tests it and sees that it works perfectly, so he turns it off, saving it for the night since he doesn't work today. Izuku, well, Now I just have to wait for Ryuko and Kaina-chan to arrive to go to that place. I already have my number, and I'm number 150. He says while checking his phone, where the robot fighting page is open. Without further ado, he showers, goes down, and starts cooking something to eat, as he's still hungry after eating what Kaina brought. Izuku, okay. If I want to start changing the world bit by bit, I have to create robots that can assist people and also clean places. He says while cooking ramen. Izuku, although, for the kitchen, I could create some robots for that too, but it would be a bit more complicated. Still, not too much for me, as I have a lot to learn, and I want to study more chemistry, physics, and other subjects. He says as he starts to have a memory of his mother making him study, though he initially didn't want to. After an hour, he enjoyed it and began studying a lot. Izuku, I won't forget what you taught me, Mom. Help me achieve my dream. He says as he continues to have more memories until the food is ready. Our protagonist sits in the living room to eat while watching a series until Kaina and Ryukyu arrive after a while. Kaina, hello, love. I'm sorry for the delay, but we forgot you had to go to work. Ryukyu, we had a great time. Izuku, I'm really glad to hear that. Did you eat? Kaina/Ryukyu, no. Izuku, then eat. I made something delicious. Kaina, really? Aw, thanks, love. Izuku, you're welcome. After all, you're living here, and Ryuko-chan will be here soon too. Ryukyu, so. Izuku, yes. I want her to come live with us. Ryukyu looks at Izuku and then jumps at him. He catches her and hugs her tightly. Ryukyu, thank you, Izuku-kun. Thank you so much, dear. Izuku, it's okay. He says while blushing a lot because his face is between Ryukyu's breasts. After a few seconds, she separates from him. Ryukyu, when can I move in here? Izuku, is tomorrow okay? Ryukyu, of course. Kaina, then today, you'll stay here with me because I don't want to be alone. It's boring to be alone. Ryukyu, alright. Izuku looks at the two women, then checks the time and realizes it's time to leave. Izuku, well, I'm going now. Kaina, wait, love. She says as she approaches Izuku and hands him a bento box. Kaina, so you don't get hungry. Izuku, thank you very much, Kaina-chan. Izuku takes the bento and heads to the door, but before leaving, he's grabbed by Kaina and Ryukyu. Izuku, is something wrong? Kaina/Ryukyu, our goodbye kiss. Izuku, sure. Our protagonist gives a kiss on the cheek to both women and then grabs the keys to his car and leaves, leaving the two heroines blushing. Our protagonist opens the door of his workplace and takes out the robot, putting it in the car's trunk along with the control. He then heads to the city and arrives after 2 hours. Izuku, alright, the place should be around here. He says while parking the car a bit far from the place, gets out, locks the car, and takes out his robot. Our protagonist walks until he reaches an alley where he sees a door in the distance. He approaches the door and knocks, causing a small grill to open, revealing an older guy with a tough face. What do you want? Izuku, I'm here for the robot fight. Number and name? Izuku, Metal Murder, number 150. Alright, come in. The guy opens the door, and our protagonist walks through a corridor to another door that opens by itself, revealing a giant place where many people are fixing their robots. Further ahead is the ring, closed by metal walls with mesh for viewing. There are many people screaming as robots fight, causing our protagonist to have stars in his eyes. Izuku, incredible. Our main character walks until reaching a crowd of people where he sees a robot punching another, causing the robot's head to fly out of the ring, making people scream with excitement. Referee, well, you damn sons of bitches. Are you ready for the next fight? Crowd, yes. Referee, then let numbers 150 and 151 come forward. The crowd cheers with excitement as our main character approaches the ring, and everyone starts laughing at him. Referee, oh, did you lose your way home, kid? Izuku, no, I'm number 150. Referee, ha, that's a joke, right? Izuku, no. Izuku takes out his phone, goes to a page, and shows his number, surprising the referee. Referee, listen, if you came here, you should know your robot won't make it out alive. Izuku, what if it does? Crowd, ooh. Referee, fine, I'll let you fight, but I'll pay you 20,000 yen if you survive until the 5th round. Izuku, no, what if I defeat the robot in the first round and earn 20,000 yen? Referee, well, you're quite naive. Izuku, are you scared? The crowd goes, making the referee serious. Referee, alright, I'll give you 50,000 yen if you defeat the robot in the first round. Izuku, fine. Referee, alright, go to your spot. And so, our character goes to his spot, where he unveils his robot. Some people laugh while an older guy on the other side lets his robot in, a humanoid with big, spiked fists. Referee, the next match is between Big Fists and Metal Murder. The crowd cheers as the humanoid robot enters the fighting zone. You should have stayed home, kid. Izuku, unfortunately, I want to fight, so no one will make me leave until I win the money. Alright, then it's time to fight. Referee, begin. Izuku uses his control to make his car enter, making everyone laugh. Is this serious? Do you think a car can beat my robot? Izuku, don't underestimate me. Izuku starts moving his robot quickly, causing the other guy to move his robot and kick Izuku's robot, sending it flying into the mesh. You should have stayed home for your mom to give you bedtime milk and a goodnight kiss. This comment makes our character serious, and he presses a button on his control, causing 2 saws and 2 arms to come out, making people scream. Izuku, you shouldn't have said that. Now, I'm going to destroy you. Izuku moves his robot quickly, making the other guy desperately try to step on Izuku's robot. However, Izuku's robot moves swiftly until it punches the other robot, making the guy laugh. Ha ha ha, unfortunately, you've already lost. Izuku, you think so? He says, making the other guy's robot fly backward into the mesh. Still, our character doesn't stop and activates the saws, moving towards the other robot, grabbing its arms, and then using the saw to cut them off, causing people to scream loudly. The guy tries to move his robot, but Izuku doesn't let him and ruthlessly destroys the robot, making the crowd scream with even more excitement. Izuku's robot lifts the other robot's head and moves around the ring. Referee, the winner is Metal Murder. Question mark, no. Izuku, go cry in a corner, you damn jerk. Question mark, son of a. He says, then immediately launches into a fight with our main character. However, Izuku moves quickly and, using the gazelle punch, knocks out the guy, causing people to scream with excitement. Some people take the guy away, and the referee approaches Izuku. Referee, well done, kid. Here's your 50,000 yen. Izuku, thanks. Izuku takes the money and puts it in his pocket. Izuku, are there more fights? Referee, yes, you just have to wait for the second round since we're in the first, and there are more robots to fight. Izuku, okay, let me know. Referee, alright. Our character makes his robot retract the saws and leave the fighting area, then goes where Izuku is. Using the arms, he climbs onto Izuku's back, holding onto his shoulders as Izuku walks away. At dawn, our character leaves the fighting area. He stores his robot in the car trunk, gets into the car, takes out a stack of money from his pocket, and starts counting. Izuku, I did pretty well, earned 350,000 yen all night. He says with a big smile, puts the money in his pocket, and heads home. When he arrives, he parks his car. Izuku, good. Our character gets out of his car, takes out his robot, and goes to leave it at his workplace. Upon arriving, he closes the gate, goes to the first floor, starts making breakfast, and shortly after, Kaina and Ryukyu come down, greeting our character. Kaina, how did it go, love? Izuku, good, I bought something for breakfast. Kaina, oh, love. Kaina kisses Izuku on the lips, making him blush a bit, but Ryukyu also does the same. Izuku, well, go sit down, breakfast is ready. And so, the 2 heroines go to sit while our character brings breakfast and they start eating. After a while, our character goes to sleep, and the heroines go to work. After 4 hours, our character wakes up, quickly puts on his armor, and goes to stop some villains in the city. However, Jarvis informs him that the police are chasing some villains in the Hasu city, so he quickly flies there. Switching to Mirko. Our heroine is patrolling Musatafu City, thinking about some things. Mirko, for a month, I've been having dreams where Izuku is pierced by many sharp objects. Mirko, why do I have these damn dreams? Despite everything, the kid was always good. But why do I have these damn dreams? She says in her mind as she keeps walking until she sees Kaina on top of a building. Mirko, the last time I told Ryukyu about my dream, she didn't believe me. Mirko sighs and starts jumping across the rooftops. Mirko, I guess I'll have to talk to the kid and tell him about my dreams since they're always the same, and it's starting to worry me. Also, every day, I feel like someone is watching and following me, even inside the house where things fall, and I hear voices. She says in her mind until she reaches a place where a villain is causing havoc, but Mirko quickly takes care of the villain. Then, she goes to Ryukyu's agency, enters, and walks to the dragon's office. She opens the door, sees Ryukyu talking on the phone with Izuku. Ryukyu. Honey, I'll call you back in a bit. Izuku. Alright, take care, and good luck at work. Ryukyu. Thanks, and a question, where are you? Izuku. At home, why? Ryukyu. I hear gunshots. Izuku. I'm playing a police game. Ryukyu. Alright. Be careful and good luck. Izuku. Thanks. Ryukyu ends the call, puts the phone on the table, and looks at Mirko. Ryukyu. What do you need? Mirko. I came to talk about what I told you last time. Ryukyu. Are you coming with your lies again? Mirko. I don't lie, you damn idiot. Ryukyu. Yeah, right. Mirko. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. It's been a month since I've been dreaming about that kid, and they're always dreams where he ends up injured. It's starting to worry me because every day is the same, and I wake up sweating from these nightmares that are not normal. Ryukyu. Maybe Inko is causing you these nightmares for mistreating Izuku. Mirko. Don't you dare mention Inko like that. She was a very important friend to me, so don't dare say that. Ryukyu. I'm just telling the truth. Mirko. Shut up. If you don't want to listen to me, I'll have to tell the kid. Ryukyu. Listen, first of all, don't you dare get close to him, and second, stop telling those damn lies because surely you're saying all those things because no one talks to you anymore, and you feel lonely. Mirko. Shut up. Ryukyu stands up, walks to Mirko, who is pushed into the desk, and Ryukyu gets close to her. Ryukyu. If I find out you approached Izuku, you'll regret it, and you'll have serious problems. She says with an aggressive tone, surprising Mirko as she has never heard Ryukyu talk like that before. Still, she stealthily moves her hand to grab Ryukyu's phone and, just as stealthily, grabs her own phone, putting it on top of Ryukyu's phone, copying some contacts. When she finishes copying the contacts, she puts her phone away and pushes Ryukyu. Mirko, shut up and don't talk to me like that again. She says, then leaves the place while Ryukyu sits back down and looks at her phone. After turning it on, she realizes that Mirko copied the contacts, even Izuku's, making her angry. Ryukyu stands up, leaves her office, while Mirko is quite far from Ryukyu's agency. Mirko. Well, I have the kid's number, so I just have to call him and ask him to meet up to tell him about my dreams. With that said, Mirko calls Izuku, who is flying back home. Lord, you have a call from an unknown number. Izuku. Answer. Yes, sir. Izuku. Hello? Mirko. Hello, Izuku? Izuku. Yes, who's this? Mirko. It's Mirko. I want to talk to you about something important. Izuku. Miss Mirko? How did you get my number? Mirko. For now, I can't tell you, but I need to talk to you. Izuku. About what or what? Mirko. Can we meet somewhere outside the city? Izuku. It seems quite important. Mirko. Yes, that's why I want to talk to you. Izuku. Alright, can we meet tonight? Mirko. Yes, where do you want to meet? Izuku. I'll pick you up at your house, send me the location. Mirko. Okay. And so, Mirko ends the call and continues with her work. After a few hours, it becomes night, and our character goes to pick up Mirko, who is waiting outside her house. She watches Izuku arrive, he gets out, and looks at Mirko, who is dressed warmly due to the cold. Izuku. Hello. Mirko. Hello. Izuku. Well, get in the car. He says, then opens the passenger door, causing Mirko to get in. Our character closes the door and starts driving out of the city. Our main character and Mirko arrive at a place far from the city, a small hill with an observation point offering a view of the entire city. They get out of the car and approach the observation point, where they gaze at the stars and the city. Izuku. First of all, how are you? And what have you been doing all this time? Why did you contact me out of the blue when you don't even like me? Mirko. I'm okay, more or less. I've been having a lot of nightmares for the past month, and that's what I want to talk to you about. Mirko. During this time, I've been working and earning money to sustain myself. Izuku. Nightmares? What kind of nightmares? Mirko. Nightmares where you appear. Izuku. What? Am I so ugly that I give nightmares to an adult woman? Mirko. No, you're cute. But I mean nightmares where you're the victim in everything that happens. Izuku, okay. Thanks for calling me cute. But that thing about being the victim in all nightmares got me curious. Izuku, can you tell me about some of the dreams you've had? Mirko, sure. Mirko takes a deep breath while looking at the city and then starts speaking. Mirko, the first nightmare wasn't that strong. I just saw you covered in blood with a hateful look. It wasn't too bad, so I woke up a bit sweaty and a little shaken. Izuku, I see, I guess that's pretty normal. After all, nightmares are horrible. Mirko, it's not just that. As the days passed, the nightmares got worse. 3 days ago, I had a really awful nightmare where you were on top of a pile of corpses, blood dripping from your hands. You looked at me with intense hatred and fury, and slowly approached me. But when you reached the ground, you stomped on Kaina, Ryukyu, you, and Nemuri with so much force that their heads exploded. Mirko, it was really disturbing to see, and your behavior scared me a lot. I tried to move, but when I attempted, you looked at me again and came closer, making me even more frightened. Suddenly, you pulled out a sword and thrust it into my heart. When that happened, I woke up drenched in sweat, confused, and extremely dazed. Mirko, I didn't know what to do, so I just stayed in bed and tried to calm down until I succeeded. Izuku, upon hearing Mirko's story, is completely surprised. He never thought Mirko would have such a strong nightmare, especially involving the other girls. And why would he kill them? They get along well. Ryukyu and Kaina treat him kindly. It's strange. Izuku, I see. That dream was indeed pretty bad. Mirko, also, strange things have been happening to me besides the dreams. Izuku, what else? Mirko, I've been seeing shadows in my house. I feel like someone is watching me and whispering things. They touch my shoulders or even pull my feet at night. Mirko, also, things in my house move on their own, and sometimes they fall to the ground. At night, besides seeing shadows, there are loud knocks on my room door and heavy footsteps. Mirko, all of this has been making me really scared, and some nights I can't sleep because of the fear. Izuku, so, you've been experiencing those kinds of things too. Mirko, huh? Izuku, I've also been through things like that, but not as intense as what you're going through. Doors at work open on their own, things fall, and I have to keep arranging them all the time. Just those kinds of things. Mirko, I see. Do you think it's Inko? Izuku, my mother? Why would it be her? Mirko, I don't know. I'm so scared and disturbed by these things that I'm starting to think of things that don't make sense. I'm sorry. Izuku looks silently at Mirko, surprised to hear an apology from her, something he never expected. She continues to stare at the city with a frightened expression. Izuku, calm down. Don't worry. Maybe it's her, but she wouldn't be capable of doing those things, even if she was playful and entertaining. But making her tough and fierce friend feel immense terror, I don't think she could do that. Mirko, so? Do you think I'm lying? Izuku, I didn't say that. I just think there must be something more. I knew my mom, and I'm sure she wouldn't be able to do something like that. Mirko, then. Izuku, yes, I believe or at least think it's something else. Mirko, what can I do? I feel quite scared when I come home, especially when things start happening. Izuku, maybe they'll get angry if they find out, but it's for someone else's good. Izuku, is it okay if I stay with you today? I mean, just to know more about what's happening at your house. Mirko, are you sure? I wouldn't want the other girls to get mad, and I only called you to tell you about the dreams. Izuku, relax. I'm sure they'll understand, and they know I like to help. Mirko, why are you helping me when I treated you badly when I lived with you? Izuku, why? Well, because everyone needs help sometimes. Even if they treated you badly, you have to help because you never know when the time will come when you might need help, and that same person you helped will help you. Izuku, at least, that's what I think. Mirko, I see. Mirko, it seems Inko is still alive. Izuku, well, it's time to go. But first, I'll call Ryuko-chan and tell her I'm working today so she won't get angry. Mirko, okay. Izuku takes out his phone and calls Ryukyu, who answers the phone quite aggressively, causing Izuku to sweat, and Mirko also listens because Izuku has the call on speaker. Ryukyu, where the hell are you, Izuku Midoriya? Izuku, calm down, Ryuko-chan. I'm working. Ryukyu, sure? Izuku, yes. Why? Ryukyu, because right now, I'm seeing you sitting next to damn Mirko. Kaina, I'm going to castrate you, Izuku Midoriya. Ryukyu hangs up, causing Mirko and Izuku to turn and see 4 red eyes and 2 black silhouettes enveloped in a red aura approaching them, making Izuku scared as the silhouettes get closer. Ryukyu, what are you doing here with that damn woman? Kaina, you damn bitch, I'm going to kill you. She says, then activates her power and aims at Mirko, who gets into a fighting stance, but Izuku stops them. Izuku, enough. First of all, why are you here and why did you follow me? Second, don't act like this, I was just talking to Miss Mirko, nothing more. Ryukyu, but why are you here with her? She treated you like crap when we were living together. Izuku, because she's in trouble and needs help. You both know I can't help but assist people. I don't have powers, so at least I want to help in any way I can. He says to the 2 heroines, causing them to exchange glances and sigh before calming down. Kaina, we're sorry, my love, but you know we don't like you in danger, and I really don't like that you're here alone with this damn bunny. Mirko, if you don't know what we were talking about, it's better that you shut up. Kaina, you shut up, no one but my Izuku can make me shut up. Kaina says as she approaches our protagonist, then proceeds to kiss him, surprising Mirko, who just looks away. Izuku, well, it's time to leave since clouds are appearing, and it looks like it's going to rain. Kaina, we'll go home. Izuku, and no. Kaina, what do you mean, no? Izuku, can we stay at Miss Mirko's house? Ryukyu/Kaina, what? Izuku, please. I just need to check something. Please. I'll be there all night. Kaina and Ryukyu glance at Mirko, who is looking at the city. Kaina, just for tonight and nothing more. Izuku, yes. Ryukyu, but we'll sleep with you, Izuku. Izuku, calm down. Mirko, in my house, there's only one bed, mine. Izuku, then you 3 will have to sleep together. All 3, what? Izuku, I don't want Kaina-chan and Ryuko-chan to sleep uncomfortably, and Miss Mirko needs company to sleep. I'm fine, and it's not the first time I haven't slept. The 3 heroines sigh and look at each other, creating tension, but after a few seconds, the atmosphere changes. Kaina, well, it's time to go. And so, everyone gets into Izuku's car, and he starts driving back to the city. Along the way, Izuku talks to the girls, who respond. At one point, they all notice a woman dressed in white appearing in front. Izuku quickly maneuvers to dodge her, almost flipping the car. He manages to regain control and continues driving toward the city. The girls look back but don't see anything, getting quite scared. Izuku remains calm to avoid making the girls more nervous. Izuku, stay calm. Maybe it was just a lady walking around who lives nearby. Ryukyu, do you think so? Izuku, yes. Just stay calm. Nothing will happen. Kaina, Izuku is right. Let's stay calm. After that amazing maneuver he did, I feel much safer by his side. Ryukyu, yes. Me too. Ryukyu/Kaina, thank you, darling/love. Izuku, you're welcome. Mirko, that was weird. Izuku, yes. But relax, everything is fine. Mirko, yes. Izuku continues driving while the heroines try to calm down gradually, eventually falling asleep, but our protagonist keeps driving. Our main character arrives at Mirko's house, parks the car, then gets out to open the back door. After that, he picks up Kaina, walks into Mirko's house, and places her on the couch. He goes back to the car, picks up Ryukyu, closes the car, and enters Mirko's house again. He puts Ryukyu on Mirko's bed and returns to the living room to place Kaina next to Ryukyu. Ryukyu, sensing someone beside her, hugs Kaina. Izuku, they look so cute sleeping, hee hee. He smiles, covers the 2 women with blankets from Mirko's bed, and goes downstairs to find Mirko sitting on the couch. Izuku, is something wrong? Mirko, and no. Just hoping everything is okay because, despite being tough, these things scare me. Mirko looks at Izuku, who approaches and sits beside her. Izuku, don't worry. If anything happens, we'll find a solution, okay? Mirko, okay. Mirko sighs and hears a strange noise from the kitchen. Izuku turns to look but sees nothing, then turns back to Mirko. Mirko, did you hear that? Izuku, hear what? Mirko, that noise from the kitchen. Izuku, I didn't hear anything. Well, Do you want tea or coffee? Mirko, okay, I want coffee. Izuku, alright. With your permission, I'll use the kitchen. Mirko, sure. Our protagonist makes 2 coffees, gives one to Mirko, and they drink it. Afterward, they go to the bedroom. Izuku sits on a chair, Mirko lies down with the other heroines, and she thanks Izuku. Mirko, thanks, Izuku. Izuku, you're welcome. Now get some sleep. Mirko, yes. Mirko falls asleep, and Izuku, still sitting, reflects on modifying his armor and thinks about opening a robot serving food place. He checks a message from Nezu, acknowledging the payment for the robot and offering more work. Izuku checks his bank account and finds 30 million yen, making him excited about his plans. Izuku, great. I can do what I have in mind. Suddenly, he hears footsteps in the hallway, becomes nervous, and listens at the door. As lights flicker in the hallway, he crouches and sees a shadow under the door. Startled, he remains silent. Izuku, I have to stay quiet. He thinks to himself as he looks at the shadow on the other side of the door. Izuku, go away, leave. He continues in his mind until he notices the doorknob starting to shake vigorously. Izuku watches it quietly. Izuku, come on, leave. Go. Go. He thinks until the shaking stops. Izuku then opens the door and sees a large shadow at the beginning of the hallway. Surprised, he hesitates but silently closes the door, then retreats to the couch. Our protagonist sits, trying to calm down, as he doesn't want to wake the 3 heroines. Izuku, damn it. What was I thinking when I said I would help Miss Mirko? He thinks to himself, eyes closed. Izuku, well, it doesn't matter now. I have to stick to the plan and try to help Miss Mirko, though a priest or a medium should handle this. I can only record everything that happens. With this in mind, our protagonist starts recording, stands up, partially opens the door to film the entity, but quickly closes it and steps back. The entity heads towards the door, banging on it and rattling the knob. Despite the disturbance, Izuku continues recording until the entity leaves for the first floor. He sighs, walks to the door, opens it, and exits the room, then proceeds to walk down the hallway to the stairs. He stands still, gathering courage, and starts descending, hearing footsteps and things falling on the first floor, feeling increasingly afraid but trying to stay calm. Izuku, damn it, what am I doing? I'm about to freak out. He says while continuing down until reaching the first floor. Izuku turns on the lights, and all sounds cease. He sighs, goes to the kitchen, records his surroundings with the phone propped against the wall, eats, tidies up, leaves the kitchen with the phone, and resumes wandering around the house. Upon reaching the stairs, he looks up, seeing the shadow again. Frightened, he turns off the lights on the first floor, starts ascending, and notices the shadow is gone. However, he hears heavy footsteps rapidly approaching on the stairs. Terrified, he stands still, witnessing a woman with a completely deformed and destroyed face rushing past him. The woman disappears, and Izuku hurries back to the room. Upon entering, the 3 heroines wake up and notice Izuku's pale and trembling appearance, expressing concern. Ryukyu, darling, are you okay? What's happening? Kaina, love, what's wrong? Why are you so pale? Mirko, Izuku, what's going on? Izuku looks at the 3 women, then lets out a short sigh. Izuku, I'm fine. Don't worry, nothing's wrong. Go back to sleep. Kaina, but, love, it's already morning. Izuku, eh? Izuku looks out the window and sees that it's already dawn, surprising him. Despite this, he sighs again and stands up. Izuku, Miss Mirko, you'll be moving to my house today. He says with a serious tone, his gaze stern, surprising Ryukyu and Kaina by Izuku's unusual behavior. He leaves the room, leaving the 3 heroines astonished. Kaina, what's happening? Ryukyu, he's acting very strange. Mirko, but why do you want me to live with you? Kaina, stop talking and pack your bags. If Izuku says you're coming to the house, something serious is going on. Also, don't get too excited, we haven't forgotten how you treated him like crap. Mirko, I won't get excited, and besides, I think I messed up when I treated him badly, and now I realize he's a good person. But well, it doesn't matter anymore. Ryukyu, exactly. You screwed up, so don't think Izuku will have you in the house forever, and I hope you don't treat him badly again. Kaina, because if you do, I won't hesitate to kill you and send you to hell. She says with a cold and angry tone, leaving Mirko in silence. Ryukyu and Kaina exit the room and go to the living room, where they find Izuku arranging things on the floor. Kaina, what happened here? Izuku, we need to leave this place soon and not come back. Ryukyu, but why? I mean, I'm not complaining, I wish I never had to come back here, but you're acting very strange. Izuku, I know you won't believe me, but last night I couldn't sleep because when I met Miss Mirko yesterday, she was telling me about paranormal experiences she's been having. I witnessed some intense things last night. Also, similar things have been happening to me at work, though not as intense as what she's going through. With that said, Ryukyu and Kaina are incredibly surprised, exchanging worried looks, causing Izuku to inquire. Izuku, what's wrong? Ryukyu, we need to tell you something. Izuku, EA? Our main character looks at Kaina and Ryukyu with seriousness, who glance at him with a bit of nervousness. Izuku, what do you have to tell me? Kaina, Ryukyu, the thing is. Mirko, the thing is, when we were at UA, one night we had a sleepover and played with a Ouija board. Mirko says, causing the two heroines to turn and notice Mirko has two suitcases, which she places on the floor before walking over to the two women. Izuku, did I hear that right? Mirko, no. I, along with your mom and the others, played with the Ouija, and since then, some weird things happened, but they only lasted a couple of days. I never thought such things would happen again. Izuku, do you know what you did? Kaina, we thought it would be fun. Izuku, what? Do you think opening portals and letting evil entities into the earth is fun? Do you know the risk you took and are now running because of that damn foolishness you did? He says in an angry tone, causing the heroines to lower their heads. Izuku, now you damn risk being possessed at any moment by that damn entity you summoned, which is now seeking your souls. Moreover, the damn entity I saw last night must be the thing you summoned. He says, causing the three heroines to be quite surprised. Kaina, Izuku, silence. I don't want to hear anything from you. It's time to leave here and seek help to get rid of that damn demon or entity and leave you in peace. With that said, our protagonist grabs Mirko's suitcases and leaves the house, leaving the three heroines alone, looking at each other. Mirko, looks like we messed up. Kaina, yeah, he's probably angry with me now. Ryukyu, no kidding. Now, we're almost in the same situation as the rabbit. Kaina, yeah. Mirko, well, it's time to leave this place. Ryukyu/Kaina, why yeah. The three heroines leave the house and get into the car where our protagonist is completely serious. As the three women get into the car, Izuku starts driving towards his house but at quite a speed, causing the three women to feel scared because Izuku is driving like crazy. However, Izuku stops when he reaches a church, where he enters alone, leaving the three women in the car. Mirko, it seems he's very, very angry. Kaina, yeah, I've never seen him like this before. Ryukyu, we'll have to make him feel better. Kaina, yeah, but how will we do that? Ryukyu, I don't know. We have to think of something because we're going on a trip to the island in a few weeks, and I don't want him to be angry when we go. Mirko, island? Kaina, right, you don't know. Izuku-kun received an invitation from David Shield, saying he can bring 5 more people, and he invited me. The dragon, and I think he also invited Namuri and you, with whom he talks. Mirko, I see. Kaina, he didn't tell you? Mirko, no. Ryukyu, well, that's normal. Why would he tell the rabbit something like that? Ryukyu says, causing Mirko to look outside. Kaina, I guess it's Izuku's decision to invite her or not, but I'd prefer if he doesn't invite her. Ryukyu, yeah, I agree. They say, and then they continue talking among themselves while Mirko keeps looking outside. Mirko, I guess it's better if I stay away so he won't be uncomfortable with my presence, although I would like him to invite me to go to that place since I've never been, but I know very well he won't, especially now. She says in her mind while still looking outside until Izuku hits the car's hood, causing the 3 heroines to look at him. They see Izuku gesturing for them to follow him, so without further ado, they get out of the car and follow our protagonist until they stand in front of a priest, who, upon seeing the 3 women, realizes that something sinister is following them, causing the priest to make them stop. However, our protagonist keeps walking. Priest, Izuku, son, these 3 women are burdened with a sinister darkness that follows them everywhere. For the time they've been with you, unfortunately, the darkness has been passing on to you little by little. But luckily, they came in time so I can help you and make that sinister thing that follows you go away forever. Izuku, really? Priest, yes. Izuku, thank you. Priest, well, it's time to start with everything to help you. Izuku, yes. And so begins the hard work of the priest to cleanse our protagonists, who just stay there until after a few hours, everyone is clean and they go to Izuku's house. Upon parking the car, Izuku gets out and goes to his workspace where he starts improving his battle robot, while the three heroines enter the house. Kaina, come, I'll take you to your room, and luckily, Izu-kun has extra blankets and sheets. Mirko, alright. And so, Kaina takes Mirko to her room, while our protagonist is in his workspace. Suddenly, Jarvis informs him that you and Namuri are outside the house, causing Izuku to sigh. Izuku, let them in, but tell them not to bother me because I'm not in the mood for arguments. Jarvis. Alright, my lord. And so, our friend Jarvis lets the two heroines in, who walk to the house's door where they are welcomed by Wally and Eva. Once inside, the two heroines see Ryukyu, who turns to look at them. Ryukyu, what are you two doing here? Namuri, I came to see Izuku-kun. Any problem? Ryukyu, yes. Jarvis. My lord said he doesn't want arguments because he's not in the mood for them, so if you want to fight, go to the city. The heroines are quite surprised to hear what Jarvis said, causing Ryukyu to sigh while Namuri and you look at each other. Namuri, what happened? Ryukyu, well. Izuku-kun knows that we played with the Ouija when we were teenagers, and the bad thing is that time we opened a portal and let an evil entity pass, which started tormenting the rabbit a month ago. You and Namuri are quite surprised, causing them to sigh. Namuri, so, he knows now. Ryukyu, yes. He got quite angry, and we don't know what to do to calm him down. Moreover, now he brought the rabbit to live here in the house because of that damn entity. Namuri is surprised, and a vein appears on her forehead. She goes to Izuku's workspace, enters, and starts shaking Izuku. Namuri, why the hell did you bring the rabbit to live here at your house? I also want to come and live here. Izuku, fine. Come live here, but stop bothering me. He says in a loud yell, causing Namuri to be surprised and leave the place. She goes to the first floor where Ryukyu and you look at her since they heard the scream. Jarvis. I told them not to bother him. Ryukyu, you see, he's angry. Namuri, why yeah. I won't bother him when he's angry anymore. But well, I'll bring my things later because now I'll live here. Ryukyu looks at her and then sighs, listening to Kaina and Mirko coming down. Ryukyu, what are you two doing here? Namuri, I'm going to live here now. Kaina, I see. Kaina walks to the living room where our Kaina sits on the couch, surprising everyone. Ryukyu, doesn't it bother you? Kaina, I'm not in the mood to cause problems, and if I cause problems, my Izu-kun will get even angrier, and I don't want him to be more stressed. Ryukyu, I see. Ryukyu also sits on the couch, causing the other three women to look at them without saying anything, and they also sit on the couch. Namuri, sighs being serious. What can we do to calm his anger? Ryukyu, I don't know. Kaina, X2. Mirko, X3. You, X4. They all sigh and then start watching a movie, but Yu takes out her phone and starts looking at something on her phone. She sees posters of everyone, and an idea comes to her mind. You know, I have an idea to at least calm Izuku-kun's anger a bit. Namuri, what's your idea? Well. Izuku-kun really likes heroes, right? Kaina, yes. He's liked heroes a lot since he was little. Well, then, we can go out and buy some things from each of us. Once we've bought all that, we decorate his room with posters of us and figures, among other things. Kaina, that sounds pretty good. Ryukyu, plus, we can do something more. Each of us will buy different things, meaning, for example, Mirko will buy things for Kaina, and Kaina will buy things for Mirko. I'll buy things for Namuri, and Namuri will buy things for me, and you. Well, you can also buy things for yourself, and you can also buy things for Aizawa and All Might. Sounds good to me. Kaina, me too. Mirko, me too, although I don't know if that will fix the mess I made when I was living with him, but at least from now on, I'll start treating him well, and I'll make an effort to gain his trust. At least I can do that since I can thank him properly for the help he's giving me. And also, I've been quite shitty with him, and after all, he was never to blame for what happened since I was drunk and decided to sign that paper. Ryukyu, finally, you realize it, but I won't let you get close to him that easily. The trust I had in you is completely gone when you tried to hit me. Kaina, I don't like the way you act, but I won't let you get close to my Izu-kun that easily either. Namuri, don't leave me out. I won't let you get close to my Izuku-kun either because I also want to be with him, And I won't let anyone take him away from me. Kaina, unfortunately, you're far from being able to have him since I was his first kiss. The other girls are quite surprised while Kaina has a victorious smile. Nemuri, damn it. Then, if you were his first kiss, I'll be his first time. Kaina, what? I won't let you fuck him, you damn idiot. Nemuri, and who decided? Kaina, I did. Nemuri, ha. You'll see that I'll be his first time. Kaina, are you challenging me? Nemuri, no. I'm just warning you. Kaina, damn it. Kaina was about to launch herself at Nemuri, but Ryukyu stopped her. Ryukyu, enough of the fights. Let's just go and buy the things. Everyone, yes. And so, the heroines leave the house. But when they go outside, Ryukyu turns into her dragon form, and Nemuri, you, and Mirko get on Ryukyu while Kaina goes in Izuku's car, which is in his workspace making some plans trying to clear his mind.